Hello again, everyone. The Bearcats celebrated their return to the top 25 with a trip to Pittsburgh this week. Cincinnati, ranked 23rd, put a 5-game winning streak on the line. Isaiah Peed with the fresh-to-death cut, ready to go in this one. And Cincinnati got on the board first with a field goal, but it was Pitt that got in the end zone first. Tino Sunseri with the quarterback keeper for 6. Now, Zach Collaros knows a thing or two about keeping the ball. He shows off his skills, punching it in from 7 yards out to tie things at 13. Cats down 23-16 now in the third. And you know, sometimes some things are just so nice, you got to do them twice. Collaros again with the keeper, and again we're tied up. So here we go. Just 6 seconds into the fourth. Tony Emiliano lining up from 41 yards out. It's up, it's good, and there you have it, the game winner. Bearcats shut down the Panthers from that point on. Cincy escapes 26-23. Ohio State hoping they wouldn't suffer a letdown after their emotional come-from-behind win against Wisconsin, hosting Indiana, down 10-0. And do not adjust your television set because, yes, that is Braxton Miller on the quarterback keeper, and yes, he will go all the way. Last week's hero does it again, an 81-yard run for the score, and the Buckeyes are on the board. Miller on the handoff this time, and it's his partner in crime, Dan Herron, that does the rest. A 15-yard touchdown to make it 20-13 Buckeyes. No letdown here, just a 34-20 OSU victory. Upset alert. Number 24 West Virginia hosting Louisville in what would be a high-scoring affair, in no small part due to this big play. With Louisville ahead by 3, Tyler Bittencutt has the kick blocked, and talk about being in the right place at the right time. Andrew Johnson picked it up, and they weren't going to catch him. An 83-yard return put the Cardinals ahead 31-21. Charlie Strong loving it. But he would love it even more if his team could recover the onside kick ahead by 3. They do, and Louisville hangs on to upset the Mountaineers 38-35. 2 SEC teams looking to get their first conference wins. Ole Miss and Kentucky getting it on in Lexington, and the Wildcats took advantage of the situation. They scored 20 points in the fourth quarter to seal the deal. They get their first conference win, 30-13 over the Rebels. And just moments ago, in overtime, the game they dubbed the game of the century between number 1 LSU and number 2 Alabama ended with this field goal. The Tigers stay undefeated, 9-6 over the Tide. In Division III, number 6 Thomas More taking on Waynesburg on Senior Day. And the Saints did something they haven't done all season. Down 16 late in the third, rally time. Dominique Hayden punches it in. Thomas More trying to stay undefeated. But when you're undefeated, everyone is gunning for you. This is a 2-point conversion try for the Saints, and it's good. We've got ourselves a new ball game tied at 23. 29 regular game winning streak on the line in the final minutes, but a field goal sneaks just over the goalpost for Waynesburg. They upset the Saints 26-23. And next week, Thomas More will host Mount St. Joe in the annual Bridge Bowl. But this week, the Lions improved their record to 7-6 with a convincing 41-23 victory over Hanover College. How about some high school playoff action? Sycamore and Moeller. Aviators took the early lead. Kyle Sees keeps the ball and finishes the drive himself with a touchdown. Sycamore up 7-0. But the Crusaders chipped away. This field goal made it 7-3, and Sycamore did the best to pull off the upset, but in the end, Moeller was just too much. They win 31-21. In Kentucky State Championships in soccer, the boys' title goes to St. Xavier of Louisville, who knocked off Ryle with a 3-goal shutout. And for the girls, the title goes to Notre Dame Academy with a 2-goal shutout over Sacred Heart. And so much for preseason predictions, a rookie starting quarterback, and tempered expectations. As sports director John Popovich tells us, the Bengals are winning no matter what the situation.
So far, they've met challenge after challenge. The Bengals buffaloed the Bills, something they hadn't done in 20-plus years. Then they broke down the Colts, something they hadn't done in the last 10 meetings.
Hey, we here for one reason. Okay. We ain't going home with no hell, man.
The best thing these Bengals have done is succeed when they're away from home.
So we've played on the road against some teams that have been fighting their tails off for their season as well, and we've played well enough to win.
Big fourth quarters have been the clinchers. They scored 14 in the final quarter at Cleveland. They scored 17 in the final quarter at Jacksonville. And then they did the same thing last week when they played at Seattle. 4 road games, they've won 3 of them.
I mean, it's going to dictate the rest of your season. Anytime you can steal those road victories, it gives you a chance when you come home to have an advantage.
What the Bengals have demonstrated away from home is poise. the ability to shut out the crowd and the weather and just make the plays. That requires a focus that starts before they even leave Cincinnati.
Whenever you go to a away game, you know, we look at it as a business trip. You know, we're not going down there to go sightsee or, you know, go see what's up in Nashville or whatnot. We're going down there for a reason, and that's to win.
It might be a business trip for the Bengals, but it's a party trip for a lot of Bengals fans who are out on the town tonight. It's a good thing Sunday is a 4:15 kickoff. With the Bengals in Nashville, John Popovich, Channel 9 Sports.
Thank you, Popo. Hockey season underway. Home opener tonight for the Cyclones. US Bank Arena hosting the Chicago Express. Start off the action in the second. And that's where the Express were up 1-0. But check out Daniel Kroger, who's going to center the puck for Matthias Albin's 4th goal of the season. We got ourselves a tie game. Later on in the second, Express enforcer Tim Spencer takes offense to the hit there from Mike Lamas and watches goalie Taylor Plant gets involved, and hockey turned into boxing. The Cyclones lose 3-2. Xavier defeats Bellarmine 76-73. Mark Lyons led the way for the Musketeers with 20 points. That's going to do it for sports. We're back with more right after this.